I'm back in the show. Let's hit that like button, Cash App. I changed some of the settings. I hope the settings are visible that I changed. I don't know how it's going, but man, 60 people shot. Oh no, 60 shots. Probably was more shots than that in Chicago. But here's some feed on what residents are saying, and we're gonna start this show off quick. Okay? Let me find it now. Shoot. Get there. Let's get down to some nitty gritty.
It's just gone from bad to worse to disaster.
No one really feels safe. It's impossible to feel safe in a city like this, especially with the leadership we have.
These kids are carrying guns like around the ages of 8 years old, and they're killing other 8-year-old kids with guns. It's insane.
My opinion, not enough police officers. The police officers' hands are tied.
So the police is really unappreciative raw offhand under Brandon Johnson, Lori Lightfoot, J.B. Priester. Those are three are the reason why nobody want to be a police.
Their policies when it comes to crime is not working at all.
I think the biggest piece of the pie has to be more police officers, more protection. That's what the people want.
Wow. So y'all heard what those two residents said. That's exactly what they said. Them residents like said these things are not working, but now I have some more to enlighten you. Let's look at a little bit of this one. That was Fox News fair use. Now let's look at Paralegal Institute of Washington, D.C. And I hope no commercials show up. And fair use to it. Here we go. Chicago shooting doubles. 60 people shot. Eight dead as Mayor Brandon Johnson's failure cost lives. That's it.
J.B. Prisker confirmed today that he's called up about 250 members of the Illinois National Guard to be on standby during the convention.
And very proud of those National Guardsmen, and we do call them up when we really need them.
A few moments later.
No federal troops in the city of Chicago. No militarized force in the city of Chicago.
Nearly 60 people were shot over the three-day holiday weekend in Chicago. 8 people were killed.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps.
Now, what y'all think of that? Wow. 8 people shot.
Helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now, y'all, as you saw from the coming up, many of us have probably forgotten. I forgot, you forgot, everybody forgot that amidst this whole shouldn't we send the National Guard to Chicago? Should they help with security? Amidst the whole debate.
Wow. So I know what he's talking about, but we're gonna get back to that show in a minute. Feel free to go over there and check out the Paralegal show. Now we finna look at this, and it's gonna be crazy. Let's check this out. This next video, because he started off the show, so I want y'all to hit that like button, hit it, so YouTube can share this and spin it around and put it in certain places. But now. The debate, let's listen to the debate. I'm going to give y'all something because I played it in a couple of videos, 3 videos back. And we're going to this one right here. So, and I like what this sister was saying. So fair use, let's get ready to go and listen to Anthony Brian Logan, okay? Check this out.
Guns. It's insane.
So the governor and the mayor, Brandon Johnson, the governor and the mayor of Chicago are saying that they don't want Trump to come to Chicago because they're upset with him. This is so stupid. They're mad because he pulled grants for violence prevention or whatever it is that he pulled back in the spring.
Yeah.
Talking about, well, you took the money, so you can't help us.
Hello,
If the
Sister
money and the
Sybil.
grants did not work, because God knows where that money went, you try a different strategy to stop the violence. The violence is still continuing. People are still being murdered down there all the time. So you don't want him to send the National Guard. And then I was watching on a video on YouTube. I forgot who the guy was, but it was still the mayor. He was being asked the question. He said, hey, if 5,000 troops or
Yeah.
5,000 more policemen were released on the streets of Chicago, do you think that would help? He refused to
Yep.
answer the question.
That's what
He
I
kept
said.
saying, well, let's be clear here. When I was growing up, he just started
It's right there.
all he did was divert the question.
Kept
He would
on.
not just say, hey, he said, look, I'm going to ask you one more time. He was like, would it be beneficial just off that alone? Everything else you said that's good, affordable housing. Okay, we got all of that. What if we gave you 5,000 more police officers to police the
5,000.
city? Would that help? He refused to answer the question.
He
He
sure
kept
did.
diverting it. And you know what? All the Democrats do that. They always divert. If you say, they will never give Trump credit for anything good that he's done. They won't give him credit for any of that.
And then when they do, they say, well, we made them do it. We made them do it. And shows no proof of how they made them do it. Show no proof of, they don't want him to be doing things that they should have done because, that is like saying like some form of, wow, they could have fixed it. That's why they won't give them no credit, because they saw some of the things could have been fixed and things that have to go this far with homelessness, people smoking crack pipes right in public. And I remember in my crack era, that was like the biggest no you can ever do. Ever do. Woo! Let alone drinking in public. Oh man, I must have had I had a notebook of drinking in public tickets. So let's get back to what
People still spew their hatred, and those people are dangerous. Those are the people that will never say, they will never give Trump credit for anything good that he's done. They won't give him credit for any of that. They will still spew their hatred, and those people are dangerous. Those are the people that will never admit that they're wrong. Even when all the cards are laid out and say, hey, this is where you're wrong right here. Do you agree? Because it's been proven this is where you're wrong with this. They will absolutely divert, and they will not admit the truth. In the world where we continue to give money for a program that's obviously it's proven not to work, because we don't know where the money truly went, but the program didn't work. So why would I continue to fund something that's not providing a benefit? It's not stopping the issue. It's not stopping the murders. It's not stopping the violence. Why would I continue to give money? I'm going to try a different strategy. I'm going to put the cops in there and scare everybody. Not just scare everybody, but lock these criminals up like they should be. And they're not giving him credit for anything that's going on in D.C. The fact that the murders are down, that they haven't had any murders reported for the past 12 days or something like that. People are.
And remember when I did that video? And I'm going to see if I can find that one. The mayor's like, she just can't believe it in Washington, D.C. Like, thank you. The shooting that went down is quiet. People was out playing, walking their dogs, kids, and they're at the park. Wow. This is incredible. They just couldn't believe that it went down. So let's listen to the rest of what these 22 people had to say about, hey, help.
Happy, people are feeling safe. There are even Democrats, black Democrats, because they don't even know why the heck they Democrat. They don't even know, truth be told. But anyway, they've just been told to follow the narrative because they are black. That's Negro here nor there. They're even showing support. They like, dang, I wouldn't vote for Trump, but it does feel good to go outside and there's nobody out here and there's nobody doing this and nobody doing that. Thank you, because you are seeing true results. That is what Trump is providing. Stop and tell y'all that, because the way that he was talking, Trump, don't come here. We don't need your help. Who's going to help you then? Who's going to help the mothers that continue to lose children? Who's going to help these black men out here that ain't got no self-control and they need to be locked up somewhere so they can realize the error of their way? Anyway.
The mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, signed an executive order to instruct his law enforcement not to work with the feds, right? I thought executive orders was Nazi and fascism. I thought that they were a threat to democracy, but another instance of hypocrisy. Rules for thee, not for me. You see what's happening in Chicago, right? Chicago is monetizing crime. Chicago is monetizing crime. You know, the crime goes up. They're like, hey, Fed, send us more dollars. They throw a little bit of crumbs to the police unions, and they funnel the rest to the NGOs to continue to care for migrants, right? Because they're sanctuary city. And hands off of our voters, as they often say. What Trump needs to do is send a Doge team out there, send the National Guard to protect those Doge team, right? And audit the whole city, top to bottom, because you got to root the corruption out. Everybody, put cases on everybody, starting with Brandon Johnson. The Chicago Flips Red crew, yo, try to get the feds to audit everything, all the books, preserve every last one of y'all documents, from the text chains to the emails. Everybody got to get looked at. Look under everything. See where those dollars went. Because Chicago.
Yeah. See, it's a lot of corruption jumping off. It's something, for some weird reason, I guess he wants things to be real buck wild and crazy out there in Chicago. Put up the pushback because these folks is seeing folks that's probably in certain areas of the city building and federal building and some of the legislative building and governor building. People is getting ready to move and track down some paperwork and mishaps. That's what I think going on. They like, man, we got to have somebody to comb our records, because if they come here, Trump may send more than, like what the young bro is saying here. With him saying that probably got him real nervous now. Like, he might send Doge and everybody there. The IRS, FBI, they already told you that the FBI agents be there. And so they in plain clothes or suits. Wow, this thing is getting deep. But now let's look at what I was talking about when they talking about that Washington, D.C. Now we finna really get to cracking on something here, because it been a minute now. See, and then look, in resident. Let me see if it's some with the resident. See? Let's look at this one. Ready? Get ready. We finna really get it popping now, y'all. Fair you.
Don't let the media lie to you. Listen to this.
Well, I'm glad they're cracking down on crime. That's all I can say.
I feel a lot safer, so I'm actually really happy.
I feel like the nation's finally becoming safe again with this, yes. So it's nice that he has our backs and he's protecting us.
Occasionally we would have people come in and guys trying to come in and grab things off the shelf and run. That I'm not afraid of anymore.
Positive effect of it is decreasing crime.
Amen.
I do feel safer walking the streets when they're around.
We greatly appreciate the surge of officers, but for carjackings,
Look, do y'all hear this? That's the mayor right there, the mayor giving another speech. That's the mayor.
Difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C.
Wow. That is that 87 car reduction of carjackings in its 20 days of all that exposure. So what Trump did, he cleaned up his house first, Washington, D.C. do y'all hear that reduction? And then while all this been going on, everybody that out here that live out here in Los Angeles from last Tuesday to this Tuesday, we must have at least seen about 4 or 5 high car speed chases. People is out here stealing cars. They hey, around the corner from where I stay at, they constantly going into Walgreens stealing, and most of their stuff out. But if they keep on doing it, sooner and sooner, everything is gonna be locked up in this Walgreens store over here. Man. Let's hear some more what she got to say.
We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
Hey, don't let the media lie to you. Listen to this.
Well, I'm glad they're cracking down on crime. That's all I can say.
I feel a lot safer, so I'm actually really happy.
I feel like the nation's finally becoming safe again with this, so it's nice that he has our backs and he's protecting us.
Occasionally we would have people come in and guys trying to come in and grab things off the shelf and run. That I'm not afraid of anymore.
The fact of it is decreasing crime.
Wow, so fair use, y'all. That's all I gotta say to that there. So there it is. There it is. Shit, there's some more too. Because that's going on, but what about what I had yesterday that was going on? See? What these brothers were saying. See, this is what they're not telling you. No.
Straight. And you got black people on TV denying crime. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, so we got liberals outside of Chicago saying Donald
and moved to the area of gunfire. That's where officers, they say they found multiple victims, and several ambulances and paramedics were called to help those who were shot. The victims' ages range from 17 to 36 years old, and we're told the 17-year-old is in critical condition. Citizen app video from the scene shows a large police presence near Ellis Park as Chicago police investigated. Police say that there were 4 guns that were found in the area, and a person of interest was also taken in for questioning.
I want y'all to know something.
Have died. A series of shootings in the last 48 hours have left 5 people dead in Chicago. This as the Trump administration possibly prepares to send thousands of National Guard members to our city. Today, bullet holes still visible in vehicles along the 1900 block of West 17th Street in Pilsen, some even being driven with smashed glass. It's after a shooting around 1:30 this morning, in which police say 3 men in their 40s were hit. Residents say the 2 youngest of those victims, believed to be aged 41 and 43, were attending an outdoor party when someone approached with a gun and shot them both in the legs. The older victim, whom police say was 46.
Wow. See? So that's fair use. Right there, that's just straight up fair use. Things has been really busy over there. So let's check out this clip real fast. Get my glasses on, bring some light into the situation. Remember to hit that like button, please, y'all. Hit that like button. And I got the Cash App thing open. I think I did that setting finally right. And I'm gonna go over here to back to the 22 people that's feeling safe out there. And I'm trip off of that. 22 minutes of so check this out.
going to like punt the football to some other poor mayor that ain't going to know what he's doing. So until there's an audit, they're just going to keep playing with y'all money. So the taxpayers, we want to know where those dollars went.
I guess another page out of the woke, liberal, politically confused Democratic handbook says that if President Trump is for it and wants to sincerely help you, do not let him push back at all costs, even if it means allowing your own community and constituents to continue to be hurt, harmed, or killed.
Wow.
The governor of Illinois and the mayor of Chicago are refusing to allow Trump to help them by sending in the National Guard and helping the local PD reduce crime in the city of Chicago, because they say there's 30 other states with higher crime rate than Chicago.
What? And Chicago is number 1 out of the top 5. I mean, like, whew, this is something else. This is something else. It's like mesmerizing.
Bull. Chicago is one of the highest murder capitals in the freaking United States of America. We've all seen it. We all heard the news. The governor is floating down this river or whatever in a boat in Chicago yesterday, talking about, look how peaceful it is. Me and my wife just walked for ice cream over the weekend. Yeah,
Wrong
you didn't walk
neighborhood.
down the city, in the inner city. You didn't go where they're actually shooting and killing people. You went with your security guards where you're safe and protected. So tell that bullshit to the mother and the grandmothers and the fathers of them kids that are being killed on a weekly basis in the city of Chicago. Do you believe crime is actually down in Chicago and they don't need the president's help? Or do you believe they absolutely need the president's help and the National Guard?
I believe they need the help because, man, just a Labor Day weekend, dang, woo-wee. Let me see if I can find another one with a female. Yeah, this one.
Chicago. Y'all really outdid yourself.
That's just too much. She said, y'all really outdid yourself. Look, it's really not funny, but man, that's just the way we be talking. And man, I know this is gonna be a clown. One more time.
The criminals, bro.
Chicago. Y'all really outdid yourself. I'm convinced now that the National Guard really is going to be here. It was either the mayor or the governor confirmed that, per the information that they received, that the National Guard should be here by Friday. Y'all do too much. Like, the senseless gun violence is absolutely mind-boggling, but these things must occur because we are living in the last days. And you could talk to you blue in the face like I'm doing. You can be outside protesting like others are doing.
Yeah.
And it's still,
they got a baddie talking about
it. Still must happen because the Bible prophecies cannot be stopped. But let me touch on this though. It was so sad to see those older women on 47th who got hit in crossfire or were targeted, don't know. The elderly women on the ground, who got shot. Like, what's going on? The 2 women in the gardens that just lost their lives a day apart due to gun violence. Yeah. Absolutely insane. 36 to Ellis, mass shooting. Mellow Bucks party, mass shooting.
Mellow Bucks party.
39 picnic. Mass.
39 picnic.
What's going on? Y'all don't have nothing else to do with your life. You don't see nothing else to do with your life. Like, it's unreal. And thanks to y'all, you finna mess it up. You've messed it up for everybody. See, when they come out here, because they came out here in the 60s before, and it was bothering regular citizens, people that's not in their business. See, when they come out here, it's gonna be different from DC. They come out here to have a funky good old time because Chicago has this reputation and is a known city that's stricken with violence. So they come out here to have a funky good old time. Just know that. You not no sniper. You don't have the tactical training that they have. You have none of that. I don't care if you think you the biggest YN in Iraq. You can't hold a candle to them people, really. And they could legally put you down. So, and then there's so many egos out here. I really don't see this being a good thing at all. And like I say, it's gonna go completely different from what it is in DC. That's light work. They coming out here on straight business dealing with y'all for real. And yeah, just messed it up for everybody. Like, it's unreal. But y'all be safe though.
Okay.
You know, I want everybody to understand that anything the Democrats say, it's usually the opposite. So when Mayor Johnson stood there before the press and signed that executive order saying that it is to protect the people of Chicago.
I mean, that's just nothing but a floor show. See, when he signed that executive order, it was so much of a floor show. I forgot to mention. I'm going to look up that tape, and y'all going to see that big picture, a big picture of his family in a picture frame. I normally have a picture frame, but a big picture. Why is a picture aimed at the news camera with your family, or is that just a made up family, or something? I don't know what it was, but man, y'all go up in there and look at it, signing that executive order. Got all them people that don't even stay over there in the neighborhoods where this shooting is occurring at. A big picture, man. Let's listen to some more of what this brother talking about.
He meant the opposite. I mean, you have the National Guard, the federal government coming to help your city, which is in crisis due to crime, and you're blocking them. You're telling police departments, your law enforcement agencies, to not collaborate with the National Guard. A city that you know have a problem with crime. Every week there's a shooting. I just watched a video of individuals on a football field on the floor because there was shots fired at the football game.
See? And that's the video I put up yesterday. So feel free to go over here and look at this clip that I'm looking at. The name of this clip is 22 minutes of Black Chicago residents supporting Trump. Now, the video I put up yesterday was this one. It shouldn't be that too far down here. It's part of the Cartier family.
"46 passed away. Local.
This one. Trip. Fair use. Cartier family.
Everybody down.
Man, chill out.
This is a football game? These kids are running.
Oh my God.
They shooting. We can't have no fun in Chicago, man. No fun, man.
Yeah, bro.
This is terrible. I'd have thrown a goddamn flag. This y'all neighborhood.
This ain't y'all neighborhood.
This might be over with because I gotta see what it's like.
See that?
It's at a football game.
Look how tore up that track is, man. So I just want you guys to look at the condition of that school. It's got a bunch of people.
And that's what I wanted to say, y'all. Wow. Did y'all see that? That's what that guy was talking about. So, I'm going to cut it short right here. I mean, that's exactly what that guy was talking about. I'm going to cut it short. I think I got one more. I showed y'all the mayor of Washington, D.C. thanking Trump a 20-day surge and seeing the 87% drop in carjackings. I mean, like, wow, carjackings out there in Washington, D.C. is just a thing now. Get up out your car. Golly. And then I heard the other day that someone, like, people was being scared to buy certain kind of merchandise cards. I put in the video also yesterday. Y'all notice they was snatching chains and shit too off of people's neck. Man, it's just going buck wild crazy out there. So let me see. Is there any more hot stuff out there? All right, Brandon Logan. 1 hour ago. Let's check out this. This one is going to get y'all. Get ready. Fair use.
The Pilsen community is coming together tonight to remember a beloved neighbor killed during the violent holiday weekend. Thank you for joining us. I'm Scott Schneider. He was killed in one of the many shootings that unfolded across the city. Our Casey Cronus is live in Pilsen with the latest. Casey.
He was affectionately known by community members as Pepe, and tonight candles are lit and a memorial is growing larger in his memory. Pepe, whose given name was Pedro Toledo, according to his brothers, was a positive light here in Pilsen. Tonight, loved ones gathered at the corner of 17th and Walcott to remember him. Pepe was unhoused and lived on the streets, where he was a friendly face for neighbors, always greeting them and catching up if he knew them well. But over the weekend, gunfire erupted and Pepe was shot and killed. Neighbors believe he was not the intended target and instead was caught in the crossfire. Tonight, they are sharing how they want him to be remembered.
So, Bill, wow. So feel free to check out that news one. It's from Fox 32 Chicago News. It's like, and this one was 5 hours ago.
First, Chicago records its most violent holiday weekend of the summer.
9 people were killed, 52 wounded just since Friday evening. And police say a large portion of the holiday shooting victims were attacked during incidents, a drive-by in Humboldt Park, and mass shootings in Bronzeville and Oakland. Now, this weekend's violence comes as President Trump is continuing to threaten to deploy National Guard troops and federal agents into the city.
They were saying, please, please, please let the president send it. These were people from Chicago. Please, we need help.
And Tia visited both Chicago's south and west sides today to ask residents what they want.
She joins us live from downtown with what she heard from many people. Tia?
Well, Terrence and Sylvia, you know, it's a really easy point for political pundits to get in front of a microphone. And
so let's speed it up and see. So I'm going to speed it up to where we can get to what the residents had to say, okay? Let me go right about here.
On the west side, right in Garfield Park.
They shouldn't have authority to try to police the world of the city because they don't know the rules and regulations of what officers do.
My thing is,
Man, he like one of the homeboys downtown on Field Road.
Is the government in war with the citizens. So. Look in front of Marshall High School. There's nobody there. There's nobody here.
Now, Garfield Park on Chicago's west side ranks second among communities with the most shootings this year. That's according to crime data. So far,
I mean, goddamn. I mean, they got a ranking of where the most shooting is. Come on, y'all. This thing is real out there. This is the kind of data that we do out here. The ranking. Oh, on that side, this is the number 1 side of where most is shooting, but here's the number 2 side. Now tell me, do that make sense? Do that. Let me see. Do that makes. Oh man, the thing ain't even typing. Let me put. Wow. Do that make sense, y'all? Because it's like it's ranked number 2.
93 people have been shot in the area and 13 have died. Now, we spoke with 3 residents who all share, you heard it, a common view. The National Guard is not the solution. Some described it as a temporary fix to a much deeper problem.
Let's go right here.
President or whoever is sending this off to us or deploying these National Guards here, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea. We need to have more policing in these areas where they're doing these crimes. and that's all to it, and it shouldn't just be downtown.
The National Guard will only be a temporary solution to an everlasting problem, because even if you get National Guard here, sure, crime will go down, but I don't think that it will get to the root of the problem. It'll slap a Band-Aid on. There's a lot of reasons why there's a lot of crime that goes on, like throughout Chicago and even surrounding neighborhoods.
No job.
Some people have a lack of resources. Maybe they didn't were not raised in the right houses, and we're bringing National Guard in here. All that's going to do is instill fear.
Now, keep in mind, we did just interview a very small part of Chicago's population, but when you look at numbers, because
so Phil,
numbers don't lie, you can see that Chicago does have issues with violence, but it is not the most violent city in America, especially.
Well, she is really trying to push back on that. It is. The data proves that it is. So, man. Well, let me see if we can look at one more of these 22-minute ones. Well, hopefully y'all can go over there. Let me pry into that one more time to see if we got something good in line. Yeah. Oh, let's get back to the Paralegal Institute. To see if there's some meat on the bones over there. Oh, no. Let's get back over here to where all right, one more.
Lives and safety. This is crazy. 53 people shot, 7 lost their lives due to homicide.
I just want to speak on Chicago's violence. So I've been seeing a lot of things about Trump wanting to send in the National Guards to Chicago. And our biggest thing is, what do that look like? So if Trump can just get up on any platform and explain to us exactly what that looks like, I feel like us Chicago people, we will really appreciate that, because it's not a bad idea. I don't think that it's normal. People keep saying oh, Chicago is so big, and at the end of the day, that's why we have so many murders. But you guys got to realize that it's some of us that's in one neighborhood, and every day we're waking up to somebody else dead. So if I'm one person on the South Side Roseland area who is experiencing losing people every other day, and we have people in East section that's experiencing that, that's still a whole lot of murders,
a lot of
regardless
trauma.
of geographically what that spans.
That's a lot of trauma too. That's a lot of trauma. That's ongoing trauma. Like I said on previous video, I grew up where? Right inside Central. My brothers and sisters, some of us got used to it, as if, that it was a regular day in the neighborhood. Oh, so the helicopter is, hey, let's get on the porch. Let's go inside. Might get on the porch, look left and right. Oh, if we hear some weird sound, walk in the house, might peek out the corner of the window. Just we start getting numb to it. Even when we was walking down the street, backfire in the car. Boom, we jump. Boom, pow. And then we say, oh man, that's a car. So, let's listen in a little bit of what this woman is saying right here, because this is the cake right here. Okay? Fair use.
Insane. So the governor and the mayor, Brandon Johnson, the governor and the mayor of Chicago are saying that they don't want Trump to come to Chicago because they're upset with him. This is so stupid. They're mad because he pulled grants for violence prevention or whatever it is that he pulled back in the spring. Talking about, well, you took the money, so you can't help us. If the money and the grants did not work, because God knows where that money went,
ain't that something? Let's move it right here.
To give money, I'm going to try a different strategy. I'm going to put the cops in there and scare everybody. Not just scare everybody, but lock these criminals up like they should be. And they're not giving him credit for anything that's going on in D.C. The fact that the murders are down, that they haven't had any murders reported for the past 12 days or something like that. People are happy. People are feeling safe. There are even Democrats, black Democrats, because they don't even know why the heck they Democrat. They don't even know, truth be told. But anyway, they've just been told to follow the narrative because they are black. That's Negro here nor there. They're even showing support. They like, dang, I wouldn't vote for Trump, but it does feel good to go outside and there's nobody out here and there's nobody doing this and nobody doing that. Thank you. Because you are seeing true results. That is what Trump is providing. Stop and tell y'all that, because the way that he was talking, Trump, don't come here. We don't need your help. Who's going to help you then? Who's going to help the mothers that continue to lose children? Who's going to help these black men out here that ain't got
case managers and programs? And that's why they don't want that to happen. It will slow down some of the, allegedly, some of the funding. And then it will slow down some of the work. Now, other auditors and everybody can come in and see really what's going on with the money, because y'all notice that when they had Doge was finding some of the money, and some of the numbers could have been obscured, but still it was money and funding and things to be found. Now some of them are in court, messing up on papers and things like that for rent. And man, there's so much going on in the YouTube streets. It is ridiculous. Let's get ready to end the show.
got no self-control and they need to be locked up somewhere so they can realize the error of their way. Anyway.
Yeah, that's about it, family. I'm telling you, boy, these shows is something else. So it's like what I showed y'all the other day. Chicago, like it's nighttime here now, right? But 3 hours ago, it was nighttime over there. Something probably been just now was set off right over there. As the same out here in Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Lancaster, Pomona, Long Beach, all kind of quiet stuff is just, it's being swept on the side of the rug. Because now I call it being on the side of the rug, because if we put it up under the rug, now we can just put things on the media when we need it. So we can paint a narrative that, now all of a sudden people, a lot of these states and cities know they have a National Guard there. But I have spoke with some of the people that's from the military, and then it is one part that that may not work right in that. They just basically going to be there as a presence, but having National Guards that grew up in these cities in those towns, they ain't going to be like taking folks down, especially if you have some that know that they fellow officers grew up in that part of that city. That's not going to be a safe thing to do. This is and then that's out the mouths of some people that's military that I know. We were speaking about it last week and the week after that in certain groups. So we're up to 43 minutes of this show, and I'm gonna take a break. I get back, and I wonder, should I show this other thing? Let me see if there's anything else out here in these streets. Do this. Wow. Maybe we might check out this one right here. I should. One of these. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to do a little voting. Do y'all want to watch some of these people that was on the witch hunt that went after Trump, that share our complexion and really don't have some eggs or some cookies to put in the basket? Because I know of some of the black attorneys that was trying to tell them, behind the scenes, hey, get out of that business. The Fannie Willis's and them, this. See, look, she was after Trump. She was after Trump. Check out this one. Loses 2 billion cases. See? Help is on the way. Man. So that's the paralegal. So which one should we be talking about? So I'm going to get back over here. And that's the Paralegal Institute of Washington. So I knew he was going to put something on Washington because he lives out there. With that, we have 45 minutes, and maybe I'll do a food stamp one in a minute. Until then, take care. Hit that like button. Share it. Cut it up. Man, and the video I showed y'all earlier, if y'all want to listen to the other 22 minutes of people saying that it's not safe, it's right here. It's Anthony Brian Logan. This is his channel. 22 minutes of Black Chicago. See? It's right here. His channel. See? Right there. Right there. Burning Man 2025. What is that? 5 homicide victim found at the Texas Burning Man event. Dang. So he got plenty of lives that he does. So go over there and check it out. And other than that, your boy is gonna get out of here. Peace. Hit that like button, Cash App, or super chat me some things to keep this channel going. And hopefully I can get my son to make me an intro. So when I come up, I'm here. Remember, recovery is an inside job. And I'm out.